being a Caterpillar collector, we specialize, I would say, in antique Holt and Best machines, and Holt and Best are the two companies that formed Caterpillar. So these are pre-Caterpillar, and any Best and Holt machine is, definitely sought after. They're worth more, they're more rare, they're hard to get. And then there's a few models like the Best 25 that are extremely rare. They only made them for 2 years, and they made 300 of these things total. So I've always had my eye on one. How do I get one? Where do I get one? I don't want to pay retail for one. This one was found by a hiker, and I went to work just researching and trying to figure out where it was. So long story short, we found it online on Google Earth, found the property owner, which was a Conservancy, and to them it was a rusting pile of junk on a mountainside that needed to be cleaned up. It wasn't valuable to them, it was just a nuisance.
It's about 5 to 10, and we're finally at the top of the hill.
That was a rough hike with 60 pounds on our backs.
It was a lot rougher than either of us thought it would be. But we were rewarded by the time we got to the top, because here she is in all her glory. 1919 Best 25, and it's in impeccably good shape. So start prepping it for the airlift for tomorrow morning.
But I want to say his limit was like 4,000, so we had to break it in half. And the thing had been robbed pretty heavily, so the radiator was gone, there was pieces missing, because the whole tractor put together weighs like 5,200 pounds.
We're getting it off the ground, that way the chopper doesn't have any problems giving it a lift.
Make sure it's not stuck into the mud or anything.
Making sure, but everything is in good shape. We got the transmission in neutral. Getting this thing off the ground with a 2.5 ton jack. I don't think we have any problems with the Huey helicopter. Pulling it right off the ground, we're able to spin the tracks a little bit. Surprisingly enough, the bottom of the track pads, or the bottom track pads, are in better shape than the ones that are on top. The ground was porous enough where they didn't rust the tracks and take them away. So everything's looking really good. We got every motor bolt, motor mount out of it, no problem. We didn't have to use any heat to get them out. We're good to go. So we're ready to lift the motor. We got all of our spare parts and pieces that we found for it. We've got all tied, secured. Got both sides jacked up off the ground. We're ready to rock, man. Best 25 restoration, here we come.
After we got the tractor ready and to pick, we started scouting out good places to land, and I'm not a pilot, so I'm just guessing. So we just kind of found a helicopter spot, and then we trimmed all the brush off and the grasses, got them all low, and painted a big H on the ground, and he landed right there. It was a Super Huey helicopter, Vietnam.
Well, chopper just got here. We're gonna start rigging and get ready to roll.
Pull the engine. It was the first lift, and then he just dove off the mountain and literally put it on my trailer, on my truck, and we had parked probably as the crow flies a half mile away, but it was straight down.
The airlift is complete. There she sits on the trailer. I sure hope I got it on film.
We just brought it home, and one of our family friends, retired mechanic, Jim Chapman, I hired him back to take over the restoration on it. He went right to work on it. Mechanically, it's brand new. It just looks like it's old. There's probably more work than one would think. I mean, the fuel tank was missing, the fan shrouds were missing, all the tin was missing, the radiator was missing, the carburetor was missing, the manifolds were wrong and missing, the magnetos were gone. I mean, just the throttle was missing, all that stuff. We had to remake mostly all of it from scratch. Have all new brass, all new rods. The cylinders were sleeved, new pit, new rings, I mean, everything. Oh, it was amazing. Just hearing it run and drive for the first time was just the most amazing feeling. And it's so small. It's a cute little thing. It's one of the smallest tractors ever built. It's the smallest, best tractor made.
How happy are you right now?
Oh my God, I can't believe it. This thing is amazing.
I wanted to keep it in its, work clothes, how it appeared, because it took 100 years for it to appear that way. I really didn't want to change that. So it was important to me not to make it, a hot August night's show car. I want to say running and driving, including mine, there's probably 5 running. And then total, I'm going to say there's 10 to 12 in the world that are, in various parts and stages. It's my favorite find, and probably top 3 as far as rarity. And, if we always talk about, internally, if we had to get rid of everything, what would we keep? This would be one of the ones I keep. If I had to keep 2, this would be one of them.